All right, listeners, welcome once again to Fate's Rest. Today, we have some fun person with us. He's a guest. Everyone say hello to Jake.
Hi, Jake.
Hello to
Hello
Jake.
to Jake.
Listen, fun person, you're putting a lot of pressure on me right on the start.
That's my
Hi.
job.
Hello, everyone. Hi to Jake.
And Jake will be joining us on this current shenanigan ride. Hey guys, what was the shenanigans we're in right
Well,
now?
why are we going to spoil it for the guest? I want to know who this person is. Like, who the fuck are you, Jake? Where do you come from?
Why are you here?
Where do you go? And hopefully your name's not Cotton Eye Joe.
No, we know it's Jake at this point.
Oh, that's right.
It's actually first name Jake, second name Jingleheimer, last name Schmidt.
Ah,
It's a surprisingly common name.
Yeah, it's also my name too. Did you know?
I didn't. You know, we have a Facebook group and everything.
Oh yeah, I post there every Saturday. That's like my jam, my time.
Wasn't Jake the name that did that Nebraska to achieve who had the right to the name Jake?
No, that was the Josh
Wait.
tournament.
Oh, Josh. I knew it was
isn't
a J
Jake the
name.
guy who works for State Farm?
I do work for State Farm, but I've since broadened my horizons after returning to school.
You don't wear khakis anymore.
I'm not. I shouldn't wear them at work. No.
All right. So we've gotten to know Jake.
More or less.
We will give him a chance to do his whole spiel of what he does and everything at the very end. For now, I need to know what you guys remember that we were doing last time.
I
We're
was,
about to be in a battle. Let's
I
go.
was going skydiving.
Rocky Mountain climbing.
We also may or may not have a concussed individual follower with us, so there's
Also,
that.
there's like a chain or something that decided to attach itself to the boat, so that's a thing.
There's two. Oh, yeah. All right. So, I will set the scene. Last time, we left off as these two chains had begun wrapping around the ship and pulling it down. Callie was in the air, preparing for combat, as the others were dealing with their hobgoblin chef being messed up, concussed, knocked out. Who knows? He's messed up. We are going to start with our friends inside the ship. As what are you doing?
Helping the hobgoblin friend back up. I feel like I had started giving him some healing points.
That's what will come up.
Yeah, I'll help him back up.
Fritz would also
Yes.
help.
He asked who the orc was.
Zug
So-
Fritz.
I remember his voice.
Yeah, the orc would just be. Fritz, I believe you originally heard me as the other one. But introductions can come later where you're being attacked, it sounds like.
Okay then. Yeah, we should deal with that. Where's the other friend?
Not in here, so. You good to walk?
Stands up. Seems more sure-legged than the two of you. Yeah.
Well, let's go.
I'm off. Shield out. Axe out. Going.
And
Charge!
You exit the galley out onto the deck, and you see Callie doing her thing. Callie, what are you doing?
Cool.
What was your action?
So I think last time, it's been longer for us than it has for you listeners. I think last time I had asked Krynos to tell we're under attack sort of announcement, but I don't know for sure. But if I hadn't. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now.
Uh,
And also dive off the ship, following the chains to go figure out who's attacking us. Wings out, flying.
mhm. And Phrynos relays that y'all are being attacked, and y'all are being attacked. And wow, brain. We'll hear Ray say that yes, we are being attacked and being drugged down to something in the clouds.
Oh, Yulby's moving. All right, on it. Let's fight.
And
Ray, be ready.
I need the two still on the ship to give me perception checks.
Sure, I suppose we could do
It's
that.
hearing based, so it's not vision, if that is a thing for Yulby.
I guess I'll just do a
I don't know what
normal
kind of day it was.
roll.
Don't worry, I got this. I got a 7.
15.
Well, you don't hear it. 15. Yulby will hear the screech of an eagle
Screech of an eagle.
up above.
Now look up.
You see a eagle with this like almost starwork pattern of feathers on it as it is flying above. Looks like it's almost bigger than the ship.
Ah, giant bird. Points up.
So looking at Giant Bird, is Giant Bird heading towards us?
It's not. It's heading towards. It's just following the ship in general, following along above the ship. I think I'm gonna tell you it's screed to let you know that it is there.
How considerate.
And Callie, as you dive down these chains to check on what is pulling you in, roll me a perception check.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, near the edge of these chains, to the edge of your vision, just past the base of the clouds, you see another flying island. And it is, these chains are coming from, look like cannons mounted on the side of this island. And a bunch of people in almost colonial type garb. Like they look like actual pirates, or maybe they're from the English trading company. Like traditional colonial garb. They all have swords and weird guns, and a couple guys are using magic to hold the chains,
Okay.
pull the chains down.
Last time you said that I was being fired upon by arrows. Okay.
You are. I will need a
Okay.
deck save.
But also, how far away are these people, give or take?
Once you got down past the cloud cover to see the island, there may be 120
Okay.
feet away.
That means I would like to continue diving toward them until I'm about
There-
90 feet away. But I'll go ahead and roll that save for you.
What was that
That
deck
was
save?
not a great deck save. That was a 5.
Oof. Okay. It wasn't very high either, because they're
I
kind of
mean,
shooting
it'd be
out of
against
range
my
there.
AC at all, wouldn't it? That's
That
fine.
many of them, I felt it was easier just to do a save and see how many hit. So at 5, One of them grazes one of your wings. It's this lucky shot. It grazes your wing. However, that hurt more than what it should have. Significantly more than what it should have for a scratch. It's only 4 damage.
I was gonna say, is there a numerical value to how much it hit?
I need a con save.
You need a what?
Con save.
Save, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I don't like this. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So this effect doesn't do much other than it's like this burning, searing pain in your wing, but it doesn't. Other than that, you can't really like tell what's going on. There's no other effects.
Thanks, I hate it.
And you're diving and diving. And as you get to the around the 90 feet mark, the ship breaks through the clouds. And you'll be in Zug. You've just been pulled through the cloud cover and see this island set up.
Cool. Can I see these chains on the ship at this point? Because we're out here.
You sure can. Oh yeah. They're big old, massive, they look like anchor chains wrapped around these giant harpoons.
Cool. How long will it take me to get to wherever it is under deck? To these harpoons?
I mean, probably 15, 20 feet, so it's within your movement speed to make it there in an action.
Sweet. I'd like to go down there with Ray.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to ask Ray to get real big. Big enough to fit down here.
Real big?
Yeah, big enough to fit down here and help me womp these harpoons out. That is my plan of action.
So, it is your plan of action. I will need you to roll a... this basic strength and add a strength roll with advantage, but add raise strength mod to your roll as well.
Cool.
Since she is technically also pushing.
Cool beans. Give me a minute because I don't remember where Ray's sheet is. You know, I thought Ray would have been stronger. She is not.
It's an ocean snake.
Okay. So mine at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a nat 20 without doing the next roll, so I'm gonna just stick with that.
Oh, wow.
So that will be 23 for just me, and then plus Ray's will be 24.
Yeah, and y'all are just essentially going, beating the crap out of this harpoon thing and trying to dislodge this chain. And you feel it slowly start to slip, and it unlatches, unwraps, begins sliding away. And the back of the ship lurches away from where it's being pulled at, but now the front is being pulled almost nose first.
Cool. Well, what is my next action? I'll be working on the other one. But until then.
So,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Then,
I didn't
yes.
actually get to do my action. I only moved and got attacked a whole bunch.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sure,
it's
yeah.
cool.
I was just doing
Yeah,
the thing when the ship comes through.
Oh, it's a bonus action anyway. I would like to roar at them, please. Yes. I would like
Roar.
to use my imposing roar.
Do your thing.
So Callie's gonna dive down until she's in range, which is 90 feet. I'm gonna go close enough so that most, if not all of them, are within range, even if that means that some or a lot of them are closer than 90 feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
You're within
Just
range.
kind of stop and kind of like take some a more imposing stance and let out this earth-shattering roar. And I need all of them. Well, even though it matches whatever. And all of them roll wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh yeah. Wisdom saving throws. Let's see. What is the DC?
17.
17. Alright. Of the people that you can see and that are in range,
Beautiful.
3 of them fail.
Okay. So, for this ability, on a fail, they are frightened, and they must spend their turns trying to move as far away from me as possible for 2 minutes. Mhm.
2 minutes.
And then, for those who succeeded, they are still stunned for 2 rounds. Out of sheer fear. So,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 3 of them will start running, but the rest are just kind of standing there, and that's funny.
Alright. Now, you have roared. The things on the ship are happening. What is Zug doing currently?
How far away is the enemies on the ground?
As you are sitting, you're about 120 feet.
Okay, so I think Fritz would be towards the front chain because he would have saw you'll be head down to get the back chain from out of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So he would move towards the front chain and then ready a spell in case somebody tries to board from the chain.
Alright. And you are readying.
I'm going to ready my chromatic orb at, let's do 2nd level.
Okay.
So Fritz would be holding
well-
on, ready to go.
Because it was magic pulling. It's because it was magic pulling the chains down. And everyone within sight of Callie is now currently stunned or running away. The movement stops.
Callie will smirk.
However, as this happens, this eerie still comes over the area. Significantly more quiet than what it should be for what's going on. You don't hear the ship groaning against the chains. You don't even hear the flapping of Callie's wings. And I am going to need all 3 of you to give me Constitution saves as this flash of light and this ear-piercing scream deafens everything.
I don't get any protection for being inside the ship?
Nope.
Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You can do it at
Well,
advantage.
first of all,
You are
whoever
inside.
screamed, my roar was cooler,
Everyone
so
else,
just go ahead and
not
jot
so
that down.
I mean, roars are definitely cooler than screams, I'll give you that.
I'm glad I had it at advantage. That first one was a nat 1. It will be an 18 in total, please
Speaking of
and thank you.
ones,
18.
Frit.
mine
Oh,
was
dear.
in that one.
Oh,
Which is a
dear.
total of 9. She's got a really good con save ad, but it's not going to save me from that.
I have That's fair. I have a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, 18, 9, and Wilson rolls an 11.
Oh, do you want me to do Ray too since she's...
No, Ray, you will use
Oh,
yours.
okay.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the only one that passed was Fritz. Now, those of you who failed are forced unconscious. It's not a magic effect. It's more of a stun or paralyzing effect. As for Fritz is conscious of everything going on, but cannot move. Like semi-petrified.
Whee, as I fall
Not
out of
very
the
nice.
sky.
Yes. And Zug, give me a perception check.
So this is when I change personalities and I'm no longer paralyzed.
That's not how this works. It's the body that's paralyzed.
Oh,
not the
that's not
personality.
even right.
About to call unfair.
I wanted to call it a crime. So that's a 16.
16. As you are staring at this island, completely unable to move, from the back half of this wild jungle, a massively large gray wyvern raises itself from the jungle, shaking off the grog as if it was just woken up.
It's not very nice.
Callie is falling from the sky. The others are unable to move. And Callie, I'm going to say you're falling for about 3-4 minutes before you start
4
to
minutes? How high were we? Jeez.
be able to move your wings again.
Uh-huh. I got you. It's real high up.
Islands in the sky.
So you miss the island and start falling towards the ground.
You're falling towards the ocean.
Ground ocean. Meh.
I
Am
mean,
I
that
able
high
to
up, it's
catch
going to hurt the
myself?
same regardless. Give me a... Let's see. I think this one will be, because you are still partially paralyzed, a con save. See if you can open your wings far enough to do this. To at least break your fall.
Okay. I was trying to see if any of my spells might be a little more reliable.
What is that con save?
Oh, I don't know why I keep rolling dirty 20s today, but I like it. Dirty 20 again.
Alright, so you are able to break this semi-petrification just enough to get a single good flap of your wings to slow you down to where you don't hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. You're able to break the surface of the water and land safely in the water.
Wonderful. Okay.
I have a question for view-wise.
Yes.
Is Callie just in the middle of the ocean with nothing around? Like, ooh, how hopeless is this?
Callie floats. It's fine.
Well, I mean, I probably dive down for a while first and have to go back up, but it's fine.
Here's what I will say. You hit the water. You're able to you go down far enough in based on your momentum because you broke the surface of the water. And you're able to slowly start moving around. Not enough to get out of the water, but enough to possibly save yourself if you have an action to do so.
Might I argue that I could maybe use my hands enough to cast the shape water cantrip to help myself get back up to the surface?
You could. You could. I could see that.
I will magically propel myself back to the surface. Oh. Well, meanwhile, what happened in the last 4 minutes?
Alright, so up above in the last 4 minutes, this wyvern, Zug will have seen, or Fritz will have seen this wyvern fly over to the ship and begin dragging it out of the sky towards the forest. I will need Zug and Yulby to give me con saves to see if they're able to break the petrification. Since Zug is only partially petrified, that'll be added advantage.
I think I'm getting revenged.
24?
24. You come to enough to feel like you got hit by a bus.
19.
19. You're able to start moving your hands and fingers.
Ugh.
You're slowly. The tingling feeling as you begin feeling back starts in your hands and slowly moves out. Whereas Gilby just feels like she got hit by a bus.
Well, I'm going to use that feels like I got hit by a bus energy and just get my shield out and go for that other spear if it's still in the ship.
It is. Well, it's wrapped around the outside of the front of the ship. It's around the nose of the ship.
So, am I able to cast a spell if I change personalities? It's verbal and
Let's
somatic
see.
and material, so there's that.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if he can just only move his fingers, that defeats the point.
So his hands and fingers are tingly, but it's slowly wearing off. Now, however, if it takes materials, you can't move that much yet. You can't move enough to grab a hold of your spell focus or any materials out of a pouch or anything like
Okay.
that. You can move your hands enough to do like signs, but that's about it.
And I need to maintain getting to where I can do that.
And Yulby is heading towards the other harpoon, which in order to unlodge that one, she has to come back up on
Okay.
deck.
Can't find it below deck? Come back above deck. Probably see a big scary wyvern. How big is this thing?
So you remember that black dragon from the underground city. About that size. It's big.
And it's dragging it by the ship and not by this chain.
Correct. It is pulling by like the top of the mast.
Cool. Time to climb a mast. About to go fight a wyvern.
Climbing the mast. The chain is still attached, by the way, but you're climbing the mast.
I see where the thread is.
Zug.
I don't know what this chain's about anymore.
Zug,
Uh-huh.
give me another con save. All this is happening within that 4 minutes. So
Single? Or
single con save.
okay, I don't know if there's advantage or anything. So that is a 22.
You have regained full use of one arm and half of your face.
I think it's still not quite enough.
Still not quite enough.
I don't think so.
All right. So that is the 4
Because
minutes.
I imagine it's really hard to cast spells, and all you can do is.
As this 4 minutes comes to a close, the bottom of the ship is essentially scraping against the tops of these trees, and the chain is pulled taut. So it can now, the wyvern is now fighting against the chain to pull it into the jungle. Kelly, you're in the ocean.
I am.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my shape water to freeze, if I can, freeze like a little platform for me to be on top of, so I don't have to constantly swim. I'm gonna look around, and I imagine if that distance, like all I really see above me is clouds.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, because you have specific vision. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
How does this keep happening? It's another 20. Because it's the 17 plus 3, so 30, 20.
You can't really tell what's up there. You know, the clouds seem unusually thick in this area, though, for it being a clear white clouds, not storm clouds.
Cool. I'm gonna use Furnace to tell the others. Just okay. That was miserable. Furnace, can you let them know that I fell and that I'm okay, and that it'll be a while before we can make it back?
And he relays this to Ray and Fritz's big ass starry eagle.
Cool. I think Yobi's just gonna tell Ray to tell them gonna fight a big old dragon.
You're going to do what?
Trying to take our ship.
That is also relayed. Exactly that way.
I see why you knocked Callie out of this combat. Listen.
I feel like it would just come back as, yeah, trying to take our ship. Rude.
It's a thief.
And yeah, that all happens. Zug, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, God.
I want to see if Fritz is paying attention.
Well, considering it's Fritz currently in charge, I doubt it. It's an 18.
18. Fritz hears in his head, give the command. It's that same voice he heard before during the test.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely give the command. Like, I definitely need help.
Alright. So, you'll be... do your thing.
Okay, so she's climbing up the mast here, right? So I imagine there's gonna be a foot or something. What am I seeing?
Yeah, so essentially this thing's talons, like its rear feet and tail have got the mast of the main mast wrapped up in the ship. And are essentially just kind of dragging it, like the side it's scraping across all kinds of stuff. This poor ship it's being beat to hell.
Okay.
You got feet, you get to the top to the crow's nest, you get feet and a tail.
Okay. My next question is, does it look any bit soft? Or is it all scale?
I tell you what, because of your experience in the Coliseum fighting crazy shit all the time, give me what would that be? That'll be, you can either do survival or investigation. I'll let you do one of those.
Survival or investigation?
Nope.
Survival. Let's go with that. I have a positive in that one. How's a 15?
15. I'm gonna tell you that the bottoms of those feet look super squishy.
All right, I'm gonna tickle it.
Have I gotten?
Like full hands,
I don't.
have to dive in, tickled. I imagine it's fairly large, so Callie wants me not to hurt these things so much, so
Aw. She doesn't know it. but
That's
she's
a soft
touched that
squishy.
You would do some, like, change your approach for her.
mhm.
So,
I
am I able to
mean-
break my paralysis?
Roll a con save, and you'll be. I guess that's a sleight of hand. I mean, oh.
That's a 2 with a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh man, I was ready.
I'm at a 9.
you got a. You got a 9.
Yep.
You haven't gained anything new yet. You can feel your body starting to tingle, but you can't move all of it yet. With the 2, you go to reach over to tickle this thing's foot, and at the same time the chain starts to pull back, and the ship lurches a little bit, and you fall and have to catch yourself on either one of its talons or the side of the crow's nest.
Okay. Probably the side of the crow's nest. I'm gonna have to,
I mean, they're big talons. They're
Oh,
not sharp.
okay.
They're just big and
I
pointy.
gotta climb back up. Ask maybe Ray to help
Yep.
me with her little cute snake tail, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Ray's right there.
Yeah.
Just pulling you up. So you begin to get pulled backwards by this chain, and these arrows and gunfire and all kinds of magic spells begin to come from the people on the island once again. This time they're firing at the wyvern. I've been rolling for Wilson this entire time to see if he can break the paralysis. He is not. He's failed every single con save. He's like drooling at this point, but
Well, I'm gonna try my tactic again. But this time I'm gonna help. I'm gonna ask Ray to help me, like, at least like move the talon enough to like kind of squish it so I can put my hands up in there. Like a
slide
pry.
hand with advantage, and Zug, roll me a
Oh my god.
con save.
Yubi's not meant to take this approach. That's what I feel like. I got a 3 and a nat 1, so in total that's a 4.
18.
I mean,
I have an 18.
18. You have gained full access to your face.
Cool. Change form, verbal command.
Change form, verbal command.
Yes, I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
The wyvern.
Yes.
As Yulby begins to try to tickle this thing's foot, you do this, and that is a dex save. Does a 16 pass?
By 1,
Is it
so it's going to take half.
Is
It's going to take
thing.
half of this.
okay?
Also, this is probably the most amazing tickle I think Yulby's ever seen in their life, because she goes to tickle this thing and it just lights on fire.
I think she'll be worried.
All right.
Gotta do math. Gets a lot of dice.
And let's see. You gave the command for this dude to do something. Okay. What's your damage?
15 fire damage as this thing is lit on fire for a minute, as long as I concentrate on it.
That's a super cool thing that happens as Yulby begins to tickle this thing, and just as it lights on fire, the eagle hits it from the side, causing it to let go of the ship.
Woohoo!
All of you on deck, give me deck saves.
Cool, because I
Cast
imagine
spell.
part of that was in celebration. Now Yubi's just like, I fall. Nat 20 for a 26.
At 20, that's a good ass deck save. You're able to hold on to the ship.
I got a 14.
14, you not so much. Because this thing is immediately jerked back towards the chains. Like a slingshot. And the ship crashes into the ground. And as it hits the ground, Zug is thrown from the ship. The trees and brush around cushion your fall, so you don't have to worry about that. Wilson did not pass the sick, so he's off in the woods somewhere.
Did I take any damage?
No, he did not.
And I would like to, as soon as the opportunity comes again, to burn that wyvern again.
The wyvern is in current combat with the eagle.
If it's within 90 feet of me, it's still on fire.
Yeah. And as this ship crashes, the gunfire, the magic, it all stops. The eagle is attacking the wyvern, and you set it on fire again. What is the say? You said save? What's the save?
The save is a dex.
It's a dex. That's a 4.
Nice. It's gonna take the full damage this time. So I will get back to you as I do math.
Yep. And you are. The ship is surrounded by these people that on the ground as they begin to search for. At this point, survivors. 'Cause that was a hard crash.
They wouldn't have crashed if they wouldn't have pulled us down with chains.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't going to crash originally, but Callie woke up the wyvern. Yeah. And they all point at Yulby, as Yulby is the only one that is visible on the ship after searching it, with Ray standing there, and they're going to be I think one of them says, looking up at Yulby, "Surrender now and we will not kill you." There's about 15 of these things. 15 of these
Okay.
people.
You'll be like eyes them from where she is up there.
Okay. What'd she
She's
do?
just eyeing them for a minute. Very curious.
Mm-hmm. Guns and bows, and you can tell a couple magic casters there. Looks like they're readying things.
Are you after the ship? Just out of curiosity?
Surrender, and the guy repeats, "Surrender now, and we won't have to kill you."
Well, there's a difference with surrendering or not surrendering. I just want to know if you want the ship or not.
We would not typically be at liberty to say, but we've been trapped on this island for a while because of a specific thing that destroyed our ship, so we need off.
Okay, but do you realize you shooting stuff into the ship has now broken part of it? You could have just asked and,
fix it.
hailed. It would have been super easy to have been like, yeah, we need to get off the island. And we'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll help. You gotta make everything
One of
difficult.
the other guys. One of the other guys. Pirates don't ask, and then he gets smacked in the back of the head by the first guy that talked.
It's whatever. Your decent courtesy means asking. Start climbing on down. It's like whatever. As long as I don't end up stuck on the island, that's fine.
Alright. So,
The wyvern took 37 more fire damage, by the way.
that's it. It's leaving. It's running away now. The eagle chasing it. And Yulby climbs down. These guys are surprised that Yulby didn't fight back. They're like, oh. Alright. I mean, okay.
I said it was going to be super easy. We found this ship. We're trying to get around places. You need off. I mean, as long as I get to where I need to go, you do whatever. Now, I think I saw a couple of my friends go flying off the ship. I don't know where they went.
I did not see anyone.
Ah,
They're the guy that seems to be the leader is kind of confused. It's like, I guess if you don't find them, our campsite is
They
over
should have seen
here.
Callie fall.
Just whatever. They definitely saw Callie fall. Callie yelled at them. One of them fell down. Like, a long ways down.
Oh, she's got wings. She'll probably be able to come up. I remember the other two were on the ship while we were on land, so at least they should be somewhere on the land. Unless you have, like, weird little potholes that go from land to down.
I would not explore this island openly without someone with you. Come sit by our fire, and they will maybe eventually make it to us. If not, they're probably dead.
I feel like someone should be coming with me because they need protection, not the other way around. But you're good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
These guys start dragging the ship towards their campsite.
You'll be just gonna ask Ray. Can you ask where's everybody?
You hear Ray talk through to the other two as to where they're at.
I was pausing to see if Zed wanted to answer first. Callie will answer. Just far below you. I don't know if I can make it up anytime soon. I'm working on a plan.
So I have a follow-up question to this question. Does the Eagle communicate with Sig or just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Fritz. Just Fritz.
Fritz.
Yeah.
So Sig is currently in control, so...
Sig doesn't hear any of this. And from where Sig landed, cannot see anything of what happened.
Sweet.
So, wow. You will hear from Ray Callie's response, but gets no response from the other.
Which is fine. Yobi doesn't know that Eagle's on our side. That was just a big scary bird. Helpful bird, but scary bird.
Mm-hmm.
She'll shrug. I guess I'll hang out with you guys for a bit. I'm Yobi.
Captain says, I'm Bart. This is my crew. We've been... Then they like move towards the fire. There's a cage with a person sitting in it. And we're technically pirates, mercenaries for hire, dragon hunters, whatever money pays.
Job's a job. Why is that person up in there?
Well, the big guy over there in the cage, he appeared in our camp. We have no idea where he came from, and he has no idea where he... It's interesting. You can talk to him. He's we're confused as to why he's here.
So you put him in a cage.
Well, he said something about dealing with someone who defiled a forest. We assumed he was after us, so we locked him away.
Yobi will just be stumped at this point.
We've been destroying forests to, like, you see the shell of a really shittily made ship.
Mm-hmm.
where they've been like piecing together from stuff in the forest and stuff like that. You don't necessarily know if they defiled the forest, but it's probably not okay if this forest had a guardian.
Well, I don't know. I feel like defiling a forest means setting it on fire.
I don't think we. Jim, did you set the forest on fire? The other guy says, no, not this one.
Okay, well, I'll go talk to the guy. Just leave them, come up to the cage and be like, hey, guy.
And this is.
It took us a whole hour to get to you. Hi.
Hi, I've just been caged up. It's fine. Hello. So I should probably describe the character first. So this is probably like a this would be a small cage even for a normal person. And this is a giant man. In fact, one might even say a Goliath inside the cage. Big, grayish skin, bald head, tattoos and druidic. Very berobed. It seems uncomfortable.
Well, you'll be a drow lady with white hair, bright magenta pinky eyes, chainmail armor, just so you know. And she'll look at this guy in this cage. Now, that looks kind of uncomfortable. What do you mean by defiling the forest?
The trees told me that somebody needs to be punished.
For doing what?
Well, I don't always ask questions. Sometimes I just break some knees, call it a day.
That's usually the best answer for most things. However, you gotta kind of know why you do things.
Did the trees give me specifics, or did they just say, go here, do the thing?
They tell you to do something. So they tell you what the person looks like, and that they were mean to the forest. Essentially, is what you know.
Do I see that person here at the camp?
Yes, definitely.
I point at the man. Say, I'm supposed to beat him up.
I look at the man he's supposed to beat up.
It's Bart. It's the captain.
Broke all these beautiful trees. Didn't even ask first.
So what if he goes and asks first?
But
He's just trying to get off.
But he already did it.
How's he supposed to know he's supposed to ask somebody? You weren't here when he got here.
You're always supposed to ask first before you just use somebody else's things.
Motions to General Island that looks pretty deserted. Who are you supposed to ask? This is a place that most people would think that nobody exists here.
I don't know, maybe the giant dragon? Somebody. He didn't, that's the point.
You will here. I'll tell you this. Specifically, the reason why you were told to deal with this person, and however you see fit, is because they're responsible for the complete destruction of another forest. And that's typically the only reason they tell you to deal with people like that.
It's not this forest that they ruined? it was some other forest. And then they started chopping down trees here, and I got the order to go beat them up. He's trying to gesture, but the cage is too small.
Shakes the cage as he hits it with his arms.
Also, they took my stuff. I suppose it's fair. It's hard to beat them up without my stuff.
That's usually the problem. But that's why you learn how to do it the old-fashioned way.
I mean, I could do it with magic from here, but where's the fun in that?
It's not very honorable. At least on their part. Kind of easy for you, I guess.
Yeah. I'm blind. Blind bones. Some people call me the Lorgic.
The Lord Kick?
The Lorgic.
I kind of like Lord Kick better, though.
I do kick. Yes. I punch
See?
and I hit with sticks.
Lord Kick is much better.
I will confer with the forest and see if I could get a better nickname.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So, wanna let me out and help me beat up the guy? I didn't say I have to kill him, I just have to teach him a lesson.
How closely are the other guys listening anyway? I feel like at this point she might have
I mean-
written herself off by being kind of dumb.
So they are. I mean, they're within earshot of this whole thing. Some of them are kind of like laughing. Some of them are already pretty drunk. There's a couple of them that are started working on repairing the ship so they can get off the island. The captain is watching you very intently.
She'll kind of like cross her arms. Well, I can't go do that because you're in a box.
Alright, well, I've been honest with them the whole time, saying, hey, I'm here to beat up this guy. And I've been here since. Well, no, there was a weird sound, and I went to sleep. And then I woke up. I was in this cage, and they said, why are you here? And I said, I'm here to beat up that guy. And they said, cool, you're staying in the cage. I've been told I'm honest to a fault.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're
Get
honest.
so much Korg vibes from him.
Get so much what vibes?
Korg?
I'm going to do the mind thingy with Ray, and then ask, how long do you think it's going to take for you to get back to the island?
Okay. So that opens me up to try Callie's idea. Because if she were to just fly, even if she could hypothetically maintain a dash speed for the entire time, it would take her 13 hours to fly up that high. Which you can't maintain a dash speed for that long, so it's going to take much longer. But instead, I have a two-part plan to try. Step 1 is I'm going to see if I can't get the fairy stone to connect to the, my brain blanked. Barkeeper. Gatekeeper?
Fairy stone to the gatekeeper. Part one.
Yeah, the egg that he talks through sometimes.
Yes. So you pull out the fairy stone,
Uh-huh.
take it out of its case, and you call for him, and you get a dial tone. Almost one of those generic, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Well, that was her attempt at being careful before trying this, so I guess I'm gonna go for it and see what happens.
Both intrigued and terrified. What do you have in mind?
Well, I would like to possibly use the fairy stone to help me with this because it has some magics that work on your imaginations.
Okay.
But over the time that Yilby's been talking to these pirates and things, I would like to have been working on attuning to that purple spark stone I have.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you're attuned to it. I figured you were already attuned to it.
She was not, because she was wary of it. But, you know, dire situations and all. Would like to try, see if I can will it to cast creation. Because it's I know it's a pretty random spell, but it can cast any illusion spell, and creation's an illusion spell. I'd like to create a door. Here on my little ice island.
Interesting. The door.
Yes, it will only last for 24
So-
hours if it succeeds. But
Typically, Sparkstones, the spell it casts, is normally at random. However, given the situation, and the fact that you are using the fairy stone to try and amplify it a little bit, I need you. What I'm going to say is that you are successful. We're going to determine to what degree you are successful. So I need from you a... which one is this? Give me... Because of what this is, give me an intelligence save.
intelligence save? Oh boy.
Or check. Whatever number is higher in those two. It's intelligence. This is your strongest intelligence roll.
They're the same. Kelly's not the brightest friend of the box. Let's see.
It's a good idea, though, that she's had.
That's a 9.
A 9. Alright. So, this door appears. And it's not a very big door. It's maybe like a... kind of like a dumbwaiter door. It's just big enough to crawl through. Does have a keyhole in it and a doorknob. The thing that's going to happen is your fairy stone cracks. The magic it used to focus the spark stone caused it to crack.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
And the door is now been called.
Well, she mumbles to herself, this better work or the gatekeeper owes me a new stone. And she's gonna try to unlock the door with her key to go to the Fate's Rest, the tavern.
And as you unlock the door and enter through, that is where we will stop for the night.
Dun dun dun.
She will answer your question
Womp, womp,
eventually,
womp.
you'll be. She was just like, okay, I need to know the answer to this if it works first. Because otherwise the answer is, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Tired as hell. And Jake didn't get much screen time. However, Jake will be here for the next episode as well. So,
Wait, we give people screen time? You try to tell me?
Radio time.
You try to tell me I have a face for radio over here?
Yes.
Wow.
all right. So, Jake, you have the choice to do your plug here and tell people about what you do and your projects, or you can wait until the end of tomorrow's episode and do it.
Why
Why
not
not
both?
Or you could do both. That is true. You could do both.
Both is good.
Both is good.
I am leaving this totally up to you.
Or you give what you do this time, and then the next one you give like where you can find what you do, which is just a stupid idea.
You just
so
give
don't
like
do that.
several halves of sentences, and they have to like listen to both episodes right back to figure out like what you're actually saying. Make it a whole riddle.
You have to do sound editing to get the whole thing.
Have text play it backwards, so they have to do like their own Da Vinci Code to figure out what the hell I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh, no.
I'm not that mean. Maybe some other time. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why don't we do both?
Do both. So, what is it you do, my friend? Where can people find
Okay,
you?
well, I'm in several Discords, including this one. If you're not in it, I don't know why you've been listening this long without joining it, unless you just don't have Discord, in which case, get on it. It's free.
There's our Discord plug for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you want to do the other plugs too while you're at it?
Well, I've slept since the last time I listened to an episode, so I don't think I should. But the other things I do is my Discord name, ShakeTheRope18. That's the same one you can find me on Twitch. I sporadically stream lately, because reasons, but I have a general schedule most of the time. And that's where you can find me.
Ooh, fancy. We got a Twitch streamer up in this boat.
Oh, yeah.
Making up there.
It's fun stuff when I'm able to tune in, but it's at a weird time for me some nights.
Yeah.
I'm typically
Wow,
working
guys,
or
don't sound
trying
too
to get the
excited
channel
about our
going.
guests. Jeez.
You don't
Hey.
work. No, honestly, it's his streams are a lot of fun. I will 100%.
I've listened to them a few. It's gonna be even
More
funner
fun.
when the new things
Yes,
are
I do
happening.
plan on eventually doing like watch parties once I figure out how the heck that works.
You're going to do watch parties of previous Twitch streams. There we go.
That sounds terrible.
Anywho.
Anywho, Silver.
Oh, I was going to say, if he's all good and done, then I will proceed.
Wait. Okay, now I'm done.
Well,
Okay. So, as always, we want to hear what you think, Wow. I don't know why. I almost went into Mr. Roger right there for a second. Or Uncle Roger. There we go. I want to know what you think, what you like about the show, dislike. As always, the 1-star, mean star, 5 stars, best stars. But do definitely give us what you believe we deserve. And yes, Spotify is still being a butt, but the other streaming, the other podcatchers do have the ability to leave a review, I believe. Or some of them do. I know a few of them do, but I don't know why Spotify is mean. But please give us a review.
And then you can also check out our social media at Fates Rest on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Super easy. Just do it. Find us. Shout a thing.
but we've been keeping those updated recently too.
Tex has. Give credit where credit's due.
And lastly, as always, I leave you with the topic of the week. And this time, I want to hear those encounters, or more like those actions a player does that you let them do due to rule of cool.
Ooh.
Those actions are always either over the top, are always very specific to the player itself, or just absolutely insane in general.
I do also, just as a random side note there, if somebody in the Discord at some point asked me why Tex was being very cruel about my punishment for being paralyzed.
I feel like there's a story behind that.
Because it happened in Saturday. It happened in Saturday's game.
You know,
I forgot about that.
The worst part with Rule of Cool stuff is like, you know, when you as the DM, you're like, you know what? That wouldn't work that way. Like, the rules are against that, but it's actually really cool, so I'll let you roll for it. And then they fail. And you're like, wait, no, it was gonna be so cool. And it's so sad.
You see, my rule with that is if they fail, it's an epic fail. It's not like an everyday run of the mill fail. No, it's an epic fail.
You failed the most spectacular way imaginable.
Oh, like trying to tickle a wyvern's foot?
You know, I'm kind of surprised that wyvern heard a dragon roar and didn't, like, look around for the dragon. They're just like, this boat's mine now. Goodbye, guys.
Maybe I thought the dragon was the boat.
It forgot its glasses.
Yeah, wyverns aren't very smart.
I just love how you tickle a wyvern good enough that it lights on fire. So you know that's got to be a talent.
Oh yeah.
And as always,
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.